Hi there, my name's Mohammed Rahuma. My gamer tag is Procisionite, and I'm also known as Procisionite sometimes, Money Mo. And when the casters are casting me, when I'm playing, a lot of them tend to get confused about my gamer tag, and it's hard for them to pronounce, so they just instead call me Procrastinate. So yeah, and I'm a professional online Halo 5 2020 player.
How do you think you performed in week 2? You were subbing in for Legend, and you guys obviously finished in the grand final, took it to a game 5. But how do you think you guys performed? Are you happy with your performance?
I'm content with the performance. I wouldn't say I'm too happy with it, but I'm happy for getting top 2, which is a good achievement, I think. So yeah, I was subbing for Legend. I was with Team Cartel, which was SLG, Seeker, and Shady. We played against Mose, Jimbo, Kimbo, and Snipe John in the final, and we lost 3-2. I've had quite a lot of these heartbreaking, defeats game 5. So yeah, just continuing to lose, I guess.
Do you think there was much communication problems within the team? I know the guys, natively speak French. I think you know a bit of it yourself, but do you think, not coming from France yourself, then that you had some communication problems?
Yeah, definitely. I would say there was a communication barrier because the 3 French players were actually communicating in French, and I was just speaking in English. And when you're under pressure inside the game, it's pretty hard to understand what they're saying. I understand basic callouts because a lot of them are similar to English. For example, P2 they say P2, or P3 for P3, So it's just simple English to French translation. But yeah, under pressure it was pretty hard, and I didn't really rely on any communication. And I'd say I played a lot more individually, in the finals, more so than I usually do because of the communication. Like you said, it was pretty hard.
Looking back, were there any teams that shocked you with a low or a high placement within the bracket? And then going forward, who would you want to avoid in week 3, looking to get yourselves the maximise and finish?
I'd say it was expected for many people, but for me it was a bit of a shock to see Mose winning the tourney for the first week that he's back, because he had quite a few controller problems, so he wasn't really on Halo 5 for a whole month or something, and he came back on the Tuesday or something, and just playing those few days, and winning the tournament in the same week, that's a good thing, good on him. For the other teams, I don't think any of them really surprised me. There weren't really any shock defeats or anything like that. I'd say because of how the bracket works, the single elimination, it was a bit of a shock to see Lunny and Shabby Dagger's team place top 16, but that's because they played against Jimbo's squad second round, I think. So yeah, I'd like to avoid Cartel and Power in round 1, but other than that, I think single elimination, it is what it is. If you match Cartel round 1, you can't complain too much. Just gotta try to win.
Who's your team for week 3 then? Because I know you're obviously for subbing in for Legend. So who's it going to be this week?
So week 3 it's going to be myself, Mister, and Speed, and we're currently working on finding our 4th player. I played with Mister, Speed, and Lunny for the first week, and we placed 2nd as well in that week. Just trying to work on building the teamwork with these lot and hopefully sticking together.
So with that new squad that you talked about, what's your goal for week 3? Is it going to be trying to break top 2? Because I know you guys were top 2 in week 1. You subbed in, you've got top 2 again. Is it going to be another chance, or do you think the guys, the likes of the new formed teams from Jimbo, or even if Legend comes back into that French squad, that it's going to be difficult to make top 2?
Yeah, I'd say it will definitely be difficult. I'd say they'll be favoured over my team for top 1 and top 2. And then you also have other teams like Mocket and Skitlight and Shabby Dagger's team, they're all around there for top 4. So yeah, it'll be difficult, but I'm always aiming for first, I think it's definitely capable. Just gotta work hard and get the results, hopefully.
Okay, that's everything. Thanks for your time, Mo. Much appreciated, and I wish you all the best in next week's competition.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. See you.